this is Tom with Rocket Restorations back at the MCACN 2023 show. We are in the barn find section and just thought I'd show you another one of the neat cars here. So this is a Plymouth Superbird. Mopars5150 found this one. They're pretty famous on all the YouTubes and Insta-tubes, Grams, something. This one is a 446 barrel car. I believe it was yellow originally, it was not the blue. But it still has a 6 barrel in there. This one doesn't run though. I got mine running. You can tell an original 6-pack car when you see the idle solenoid. See that right there? That's the idle anti-dieseling solenoid. Having that there makes you really know it's a well-preserved car. It's like disc brakes, no fender tag. Don't know if that's gone or they took it off. You just don't see, there aren't too many wing cars in this condition anymore. Most of them have been restored. It's getting harder and harder to find projects. And you know, this one's had a rough life. You can see the Bondo falling off the nose, probably for some previous accident damage. Just some rally wheels. White bucket seat interior. I always like white interior. It's something different. They all seem to be black. I think the cobwebs are extra. There's a lot of them. Not sure if those are showing up on camera or not. Fortunately, this has the disease of most Superbirds, the rear window rust. They put this, so when Superbirds were built, they put a rear plug in here to make this more aerodynamic. So window's different, trim's different, everything's different back here. But the problem is when they converted these at Fairpoint, or Clearpoint I think, they didn't do a very good job of rust prevention. So these are a real sore point in these cars because they didn't prep the rust like they should with these things. They got really rusty back there. And generally what happens is the rear window goes, then it goes to the trunk, then it goes to the quarters, and this one's a pretty typical example of that. You can see the quarter panel there kind of comes out a little bit. That means it's either been hit or super rusty. It can't quite hold together here. This one's got South Carolina plates. Probably about where it came from. But you gotta love a Project Superbird. Oh, no wing car someday. Although they're kind of getting out of my price range. See, this one's lemon twist, black interior, near Clemson, South Carolina, with a Shelby GT 500. Previously unfound car that was never in any registry, which is pretty unusual with wing cars. People were crazy about these even in the 70s. There's a lot of guys who had wing car registries, but let me show you some of the differences. I'll show you the rear window plug. They had the A-pillar trim, so that was to smooth out the drip rail. Otherwise the drip rail would get caught in the wind. So, like this on this GTO, that drip rail stuck out. So that smoothed it out a little bit at NASCAR speeds. Obviously they have the wing on it. Every Superbird has that. And then again, the rear window plug. You can kind of see, here's a real good example of one. And they didn't like lead this. Like on a vinyl top car originally, they would just, you know, they would lead that in to make it look nice. But the reason they put vinyl tops on every Superbird was to hide their work basically. So they just put some body filler in there and did it. And that unfortunately attracted rust over the years. So pretty much any original Superbird you see is gonna have rear window rust. They had these scoops, which is some controversy on what they're for. Some people said it was for tire clearance, some said it was to release air pressure from underneath the fender. I don't know, but the Subaru and the Daytona both has those. They got the super long hood with the extension on it for the Superbird. Sorry, it seems like every race car in the world just fired up and is going by. I mean, I like race cars, but I'm trying to do a video here. Seriously, guys. And of course, they had the nose cone with the pop-up headlights. The extra tray. So a lot of little differences between a Superbird and a regular Roadrunner. Yeah, engine bay looks pretty original. Alright. Gotta love a Project Superbird. All in one someday. Maybe when I get rich making millions off YouTube. We'll see. Alright, thanks for watching.